Hey everybody, so here I'm going to go ahead and make the decisions for our group for round 5. This is uncharted territory for us, but I wanted to go ahead and show you all the choices ahead of time. So we've got Able, Amoeba, Annoy, and Abe Lincoln. Yeah, Abe Lincoln. This is what we're starting off with. So that's our R&D. I've made no choices so far. Here's our marketing. Yeah, I figured that might happen. Let's go ahead and put it at 45. And let's tell it we're just going to put in some random numbers real quick, just so it leaves me alone. There we go. Let's go take a look at production. All right, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to take a look at finance. So far it says I got 26 million to play with before next round, before I borrow anything, so that's kind of cool. And let's take a look at TQM. Look at that. It's even showing me what the other people are getting. Showing me that Chester did the same thing as us. It shows me that Baldwin wasn't as anxious to win the game, so to speak. Alright, so we got a demand increase. Cycle time is reduced, demand increase. Alright, so we will be putting 750 million on each, or 750,000 on each one of these, just to let you know. So I want to go ahead and get that started. I'm actually going to pause the recording now, put in all my information, and start recording after I do that. That way you don't have to see the decisions as I go, but rather see the decisions that I make. That will cut this video time from 40, 50 minutes down to like 10. All right, here we go. There we go. See, that didn't take very long. It was like a lickety split. It's the magic of filming. So I've gone ahead and put in 750,000 for each one of these. As you can see, it just went from like 5% material cost reduction to like 9.6 on the worst case scenario, 12.5 on the best case scenario. And because this is a game that seems to have everything just wrapped up, looks like I'm betting Chester's going to do the same thing as us, and I bet that they'll get the same reductions as we're getting. So this is really going to help as far as our numbers. Let's go take a look and see what those look like. All right, here we go. We are now on research and development. So I'm going to go ahead and start making some decisions. Let's see how it goes. Okay, everybody, here are my choices. I've gone ahead and adjusted Able, just the MTBFs, to make it the max for the low market, for the low tech market. For Amoeba, I went ahead and adjusted it to be on the leading edge. I bumped it up so it'll be on the leading edge, say in June, even though it's going to come out in March. Bumped up the MTBFs to be the max that they want in high tech. Annoy bumped up the MTBFs, also adjusted it. You got to make adjustments if you're staying in the high tech market. You got to adjust it every time. So I brought up the MTBFs. Abe Lincoln can't do anything. This time I'm going to leave the high tech. I'm going to leave number 5 alone. That's going to come out next round. Able will be changed next round because it's going to be 4 years old. I need to bump it down to 2 to end at 3. So that's going to be left alone. I'm thought about bumping Amoeba down to a low tech this time, but I'm going to leave it where it is because it's selling so much in the high tech. I might as well leave it where it is. It's got a standing there. Okay, so that's R&D. Let's bump over to marketing. Here, I bumped down the price on Able, I bumped down the price on Amoeba, I bumped down the price on Annoy and Abe Lincoln. I was going to sell it at 45, but you know what? I know the other people are going to sell theirs cheaper. So these numbers are all fake. The benchmark predictions, I'm not going to go by those at all whatsoever. What I did was, let me show you my calculator. I did the math saying, okay, I sold this many last time. Let's see, where it is it? There you go. I sold this many last time, multiplied that by 10% to say I'm going to sell 1,928. But then I looked to see what the potential market was. It says that my potential market over here is 26.3% market share. So if it's 26.3 market share, then I bumped that up and I said, okay, well, how much is the market? How much is going to be on the market? Low tech is 8,100 parts times 26.3. It's 2,134. So I said, you know what? That sounds good. I'll do 2,134 parts. That sounds like something I could sell. Amoeba, I did 20% more than I sold last time. Annoy, I did basically what I saw, 20% more than what I did last time, plus a little extra because I sold out. And Abe Lincoln, I did the same as that one because it's a brand new product. It should do this similar to what Annoy did last time. And I added all these numbers up to see how close they were to what the potential market share for me in the high tech, which says over here is 25.9%. So I wanted to go ahead and, if I'm getting 25.9%, then I got to be able to consider that over here. All these math equations, trying to figure out what is what. Okay, so there's the 25.9%. Just wrong in math. So it's 1391 total. That's about 1400. Well, I'm going to have 800, 1567. So I'm going to have some inventory left over possibly, but my prices are lower. My price is lower. My price is lower. I'm budgeting more for promo, more for sales. So I'm going to be pumping it up. And then as far as the income, it says I'm still going to pull in $50 million in the sales revenue. I bumped down accounts payable down to 10 days from 20. I left accounts receivable alone this round. Probably next round I'll change that to 60. Let's go to production. So here in production, I've gone ahead with my forecast. I'm producing what I'm forecasting so that when you add these together, I get the number I'm forecasting. You know, this is 5 over, big deal. That's why I don't sell out. My complement, I'm going to leave it alone because this time the turnover rate should be about 5% is what it wants for a higher score on the balanced scorecard. 117% productivity, so I'm actually leaving this alone this time. I'm hiring a lot of people. I went ahead and made adjustments on capacity so that when I bump this up to 300 more, it's going to make this capable without having to do as much of the second shift, because the cheaper I get that labor cost, the more money I make, and the cheaper I can charge on my material and beat out everybody else with my pricing. So look at here, this is $12 cheaper than these. These are about $10 more in the high-tech market. And as I bump up automation the next coming rounds, see this one's 10, and as I bump that up the next coming rounds, then that will make these much cheaper as well. And so that's coming soon, definitely coming soon. All right, so that takes care of that. And then finance. Speaking quickly because I don't have a lot of battery life on my laptop. So I'm not going to issue stock. I don't need to. I'm going to retire $1 million in stock. That's going to cause our price to go up because there's fewer shares available. I'm still going to have about 5.7 million. That's plenty in the bank, I think, to avoid any kind of loan here. And I could go ahead and take out $1 million. Let's see what it looks like on our scorecard here in a second. Taking out the 14.6 million on the long-term debt, which should look good as far as the scorecard. I haven't looked at the scorecard yet. I've just done all these decisions before that. Okay, so let's look. 8.0, 9.0, 8.0, perfect score. On this, perfect score. Perfect score. And this is the only one that's not a perfect score, is the employee turnover rate, which I cannot change this time to get it down to 5%. I've tried, but everything else is perfect. Everything else is perfect, perfect, perfect. So if I could get my employee turnover rate down, I actually would have a 100% out of 100% perfect score. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. If I go down here, emergency loan, I took one, a round or two ago. Not this last round, but the round before that. So that hit me. Sales looks pretty good. Operating profit cumulative looks pretty good. It's going to be getting up there pretty soon in the next couple of rounds. So you can see we're actually placing very nicely overall. So we're doing a great job. So I'm going to go ahead and save these. We're going to make these the official draft decisions for the whole team. I'm going to save that. And then we're good as gold. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to write below. I'll do my best to answer them. And hope to see you next round. Wish me luck.